Thank you, Zanele. Yes, we are cooking up a storm here. It is now time to put a rather fresh twist on a South African classic and favourite, I might add, with our mini Bobotie pies. They're bite-sized, they're delights, they are delicious fusion of traditional innovation with rich aromatic flavours and Bobotie. It's all the but Teresa is here and she's here to show us how it's done in celebration of 125 years of Clover fresh milk. I can't believe 125 years.
That's quite something.
That's quite something, and we are going to use it. Look, I love a good Bobotie. I think this has been the kind of the topic of conversation this morning about whether you like raisins, you don't like raisins. But Teresa said it's like coriander. You just said it earlier. It's like either you love it or you hate it.
Exactly.
But I do feel a Bobotie is just one of those things that it should have it, but they don't have it. This one.
Not this one. We are serving it with the chutney, so you do get that kind of fruity, sweet element.
Fantastic.
If I'm making it at home, I always add raisins, though.
Okay, so fantastic. Because you also said you didn't like it. You don't have to like it now, but you get used to it.
You do. As a child, I really didn't enjoy it, but now it's one of my favorites.
Absolutely. Yeah. Okay, so let's put these mini Bobotie pies to the test because I've been waiting all morning because I am baie honger.
We're almost there.
Please. All right, let's
so
start.
I'm going to work on the mince over here.
Should I swap with you?
Maybe you go over there, and I'm going to just put this back on the heat.
Okay.
All right, so this is our mince that we have browned. We've got some onion and garlic in here as well.
Righto.
So this is just our base, very, very easy. So just break up the mince. And
so that's just it, onion mince?
Onion mince and a bit of garlic as well.
Okay.
Yeah. So let that brown. While that browns, I'm going to prepare our bread. So this is the other thing about Bobotie is we put the milk-soaked bread into it. That's another kind of unique thing. So we've got our white bread. White bread is best. I've used brown before. Yeah. It's also fine. Something that doesn't have a crust that's too thick.
Right.
And then you cut it up and you pop your milk on. And I find that this milky bread just helps to bind the Bobotie. It just kind of brings it together.
And it's going to add that bit of a creaminess to it as well.
Exactly. Adds a bit of flavour. So just let that soak for a little bit. That's all going to get sucked into the bread.
I like what they did with the label.
Yeah.
It's like very traditional.
Very jazzy, yeah.
Very cool. Okay, so that soaks. I'll continue with this because I see you've got your handful on that side.
Right, our mince is brown, so we can add our flavour in.
Yeah,
So very, very easy. We're going to add some curry powder, a bit of tomato paste.
Right, you carry on there, and while Teresa is very busy there by purchasing and using any Clover Heritage fresh milk pack, you are not only getting a great product, but also helping the community projects with a 20-cent donation per purchase from Clover. And a little goes a long way, we know this. Adding fresh milk also to this recipe, like we mentioned, adds a bit of a creamy richness to the Bobotie mixture, enhancing its savoury flavours and making the pies irresistibly delicious. And furthermore, the fresh milk in the custard topping for these phyllo pies ensures a smooth, silky texture that perfectly complements the spicy Bobotie filling. And that's what I love about Bobotie, because it's just flavourful.
So flavourful.
That's it.
And you can tailor the curry if you're cooking for kids and they don't like a lot of curry. You can just reduce it. So that's gone in there. I also added a little bit of chutney and some vinegar.
There we go.
Some lovely flavour. Season with salt and pepper. And then our bread can go in here as well.
Fantastic. So there we go. Can I put those in there?
You can pop it all in there. If there's excess milk, you can just squeeze it out.
Okay, but I mean, it's all going to be soaked up. You did it perfectly.
Oh, thank you.
All right, so that's going to also now...
break that up, mix that all together, and just let that simmer until the mince is cooked through. Very, very easy.
That does look delicious. I mean, I'll add that into a wrap.
Totally, that would be amazing.
Just like that.
And then we do have some ready-made mince over there, so we can
Okay, so now we pop over to this side.
Yes.
And I see you've got your little phyllo pastry cups prepared.
Yes, very, very nice. I love doing it like this because it's very rustic. It doesn't have to be neat and perfect. We've just cut out little squares, popped them into the muffin tray, put a bit of melted butter between the layers of pastry. Okay. And you can put sort of 3 or 4 layers just to make sure it holds that filling really well. So this is our mince that we made earlier. So if you want to scoop those into our little pastry cups, I'll make the topping. So the custard, as you mentioned, that goes on top, this is just a mixture of eggs, and we're going to use our Clover milk again.
All right.
And I'm also going to add a bit of turmeric into this.
Some turmeric?
Yeah, it gives it that nice colour.
That colour, for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, for the, when you look at a Bobotie, that top part of it, the crust, right?
Yes, exactly. So whisk that all together.
There we go.
And that'll go on top.
Try not to overfill it.
That looks good, yeah.
Is that right?
I think for so many years I've been saying, don't overfill the muffin pan. And
Yeah.
this is different. This you can be a bit more generous.
Yeah, look, this is not going to like rise.
No, exactly. You just need to leave a little bit of space for the custard.
Righto.
There we go. So I'll add my
There
turmeric.
we go. Let me just get
This is really fun. I love the idea of serving this. I mean, the kids would love this, I think. Everyone gets their little pie. Really, really good.
So glad you got a bit of a taster here for us as well.
Yes,
All
absolutely.
right. So once it's now filled, the custard just goes on top?
I'm going to pour the custard on top, and I'm also going to put a little bay leaf on top just to make it look pretty. These are quite big. You probably want to get a slightly smaller one.
Yes.
Pop the custard on top and then into the oven at 180 degrees for 20 minutes, just until that egg custard is set, because the mince is cooked.
Until it looks like
and then
this.
Look at that.
Oh,
so
delicious.
cute.
Well, listen, we're going to continue filling our little cups here. What you can do in the meantime, you can head on over to our website, expressoshow.com, to get the full recipe. And while you are at it, grab your Clover Limited Edition Heritage Pack to make and enjoy these delicious flaky treats. So we have some tasters prepared just here.
Yum.
We're going to get Teresa to jump in
we
here.
have to.
We're going to change her mind, so stick around. We'll get it to taste in just a couple of seconds.
Stand by.